Emmerdale spoilers, Debbie Dingle devastated after being caught in sex blackmail deal. Debbie, Charlie Webb, has been struggling with her guilt after her orders to mess up Joe Tate, Ned Porteous, ended up getting Ross Barton, Mike Parr, doused in acid. Ross has been a shell of his former self since the attack, but tonight headed back into hospital. He was set for surgery to put a skin graft from his bum onto his face to help with his recovery. Debbie headed in to support him, not knowing that, back in the village, Joe was finding out that he was the intended target. When Debbie returned home, she saw Joe, who had concocted a plan that would keep Debbie out of prison. He asked her, "Do you really hate me that much, that you'd arrange to have me seriously disfigured for life?" Debbie explained she hadn't asked for an acid attack in particular, but said, "You were out of control. You tried to ruin my life," Joe retorted, "and now you've ruined Ross. I wonder how he'll react when he finds out, knowing the woman who's been by his side throughout this horrible ordeal was the person who organized it in the first place. I wonder what he'd think? Better still, what the police would think, or a jury. I could have this all wrapped up with one short phone call. You do what I say, when I say it, or you go to prison." Joe Tate. Debbie begged him not to go to the police, mentioning the fact that her kids would be left without a mother. So Joe replied, "Okay, how about we get back together? You do what I say, when I say it, or you go to prison." He explained offered the thug Simon McManus, Liam Ainsworth, £100,000 not to mention Debbie's name when he was arrested, so he had the power to keep her safe. But Debbie raged, "I will not be blackmailed by you, so if who's gonna hear it from anyone, who's gonna hear it from me?" Joe warned her, "He'll never forgive you. You ruined his life and you'll ruin your own if you tell him, and your kids. You'll be locked up for so long they won't recognize you when you come out." But Debbie was defiant, walking out and telling Joe, "It beats being owned by you." She headed back to the hospital to speak to Ross about it, but, after he confessed his love for her, she burst into tears and left him heartbroken. Debbie headed back to Joe to find out more about his deal, and he admitted she was all he wanted. "Together we could work. Together we could do anything," he told her, though she still wasn't convinced. Emmerdale airs weeknights at 7 p.m. on ITV.